Okay, so this is my interview for Catcher in the Rye. What do you consider a phony person to be?
I consider a phony person to be someone who puts up a front on social media when in reality that's not what they're really like. So for example, maybe a middle-aged mom on Facebook who's not happy with her life choices, so she acts like her life is perfect online, but in reality she doesn't like any aspect of her life. And she has to get that validation from constantly posting online instead of just expressing how she really feels.
So basically someone who puts on a mask to cover up who they really are?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then what do you consider a genuine person to be?
Someone who's genuine is someone who finds validation from themselves. They don't need validation from anyone else. They're just confident in themselves. They don't need to post anything online to feel like more worthy of a person. They're confident in themselves, and they know that what their values are and morals are in line with who they want to be.
Okay. What is one thing that you think preserves people's innocence?
Something that preserves innocence is just trying to live life more like a child, through a child's point of view, because I feel like adults and even teens just take things too seriously. Like every little decision they feel just weighs on their shoulders. But I feel like we need to just let go and live like a child where decisions aren't that important and nothing is that taxing, and in the end it's all going to be all right.
I totally agree. Within my life, I wanted to preserve children's innocence and save them from running off a rye field cliff. And I just wanted to preserve people's innocence and their youth. And now give a trait of an innocent person. What is one thing that you would expect to see someone that is genuine? Innocent, sorry.
Yes. An innocent person should be someone who doesn't feel the pressures at every stage of life that are the common pressures. For example, when you're a teen, I know a lot of people start drinking and going to parties and experimenting. But honestly, I just feel like if you stay true to yourself and know that you don't have to do those things, then that's kind of preserving some innocence, because you're not just falling to peer pressure because it's the age that you should experiment, but through your whole life you should follow your morals and values and what you believe.
So basically, a genuine person. Okay. So, I do not care much about people's personality. Rather, I care about how a person looks. I am attracted sexually to people rather than their personality. So, what matters to you more, personality or looks? And why?
Personality matters more than looks, definitely, because looks can only go so far. If someone's attractive but they're dumb as a box of rocks, how are you gonna have a quality relationship with that person and be able to talk with them and actually share ideas back and forth if you're not compatible and you don't get along?
Well, most of my relationships didn't last. It was just month stands, basically.
That explains why.
Yeah. So yeah. You prefer a less attractive person?
Yes, because I feel that once you get to know their personality, that will make them more attractive to you.
Okay, makes sense. And are you more likely to be friends with someone that listens to you rather than someone who does not? And if yes, why?
Yes, I'm more likely to be friends if someone listens to me, because you can't really have a relationship if it's just one-sided, if it's constantly one person just talking and talking and talking and not listening to the other person. That's not healthy or balanced.
So because you won't get anything out of the relationship.
Yeah, you won't get anything out of it.
It's one-sided. They're a selfish person and you're almost being a selfless person by staying friends with them. Makes sense. Okay. So if a person is not intelligent, are you not going to like them as much as someone who is intelligent? If so, why? Or does it really matter to you?
I feel that someone I won't like you less as a person if you're not intelligent, but I feel that it shows a lot of growth and knowing of your self-worth if you try to, educate yourself, and education is important to you, and you make that effort to become intelligent. But I'm never gonna like someone more or less just based on their intelligence, because some people are just naturally more intelligent. But I do feel it's easier to carry conversations and talk to people who are more intelligent.
Yeah. So, like, you won't judge a book by its cover. Just because they won't look intelligent, you'll look at them and be like, well, maybe they aren't, like, a good person. Okay. So, that is my interview questions for The Catcher in the Rye. I hope you liked it, and this is my sister Grace, by the way. Thank you.